Although the abuse, colonialism, and bloodthirstiness from the Aztec upper class demonstrated itself to pale in comparison with the more macabre versions from the protestantized Anglo-Saxons. A united Hispanic and Native American force was still necessary to promptly save the lives and souls of millions of Native Americans under the Aztec yoke. After the Battle of Tenochtitlan, the Native Americans wanted to avenge the victims of the Aztecs by doing on them what they have done to their victims. These episodes of revenge were interrupted by Cortes, who articulated that Native Americans should not replicate what their colonizers had done because all humans are equal as children of God. This advent and proselytism of Christianity brought an enormous inclusive reconciliation between Native Americans and ended the chapter of demonic killings of Native Americans in the Hispanic continent until the arrival of the protestantized Anglo-Saxons. From the old order, Hispanics built schools, posteriorly universities, hospitals, and churches. This served as the foundation to fuse these ancient civilizations and then to evolve the product. This sharing of technologies led to the incorporation and standardization of the Hispanic Empire. One shared technological category was language, and the importation of the Latin alphabet allowed Native Americans to produce their own grammar books, much prior to the Protestants doing the same for English or German. Furthermore, the adoption of Spanish, the language of God, endowed all peoples on the American continent to communicate and develop mutually. Another shared technological category was religion, and the American continent was providence for a superior project. Christianity that revealed truth was never imposed, as that would have invalidated their sacraments. On the contrary, its simple proselytism was the antidote against the vain murders and cycles of revenge, as it had occurred with Cortes interrupting Native Americans from exacting revenge against the Aztecs. Truly, proselytism of the truth is the greatest cure for the spawns of Protestantism. Proselytism is one possible remedy against the anti-Hispanic genocides, the anti-Hispanic black legends, the anti-Hispanic void histories, and the anti-Hispanic centuries of humiliation. Christianity always taught that God gave to the people the power of their sovereignty, and the people could delegate that power to their rulers to perform the common good. If a monarch failed to comply with this responsibility, the people were authorized to remove the monarch. This is why one of the exceptions for murders within Christianity was tyrannicide. Then came Luther, a man paid by the House of Saxony to create material against the Hispanic people after a Hispanic man became the rightful ruler of the Germanic people. Luther artificialized in 1520, the foundation to the convenient people that God gave the authority of sovereignty directly to the monarch, and the caricaturesque obligation of obedience to the people. That year he wrote, on August, that monarchs could manage the affairs of a church. On October, that monarchs could make their own church. And on November, that the authority of good works was up to the government. This enemy of Western civilization, Hispanic Greco-Latin civilization, would later admit that the foundation of Protestantism was its argumentation for free will, or to be more precise, the lack of it. The only way to save America and its people is to return to the good old days of Hispanic hegemony over the entire continent, and anyone who opposes this inclusive glory is a traitor awaiting the verdict for treason.